Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Welcome if you are new. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button, and let's get right into today's video. So for today's video, I do have the Tobeglam Transfer Nail Foil Kit. I am super excited to try this out. I've had it for a while and I'm just now getting around to it since I am kind of packed on PR right now. But I'm super excited to finally be trying this kit. I have worked with Tobeglam products before in the past. I have used their gel polish and their poly gels, so I am super excited to try their transfer foil kit. I feel like transfer foils are very beginner friendly if you have a good kit. I remember when I first started off with transfer foils, I really struggled a lot and just could not get it to work, and I kind of gave up. But really, after figuring out how to use it and getting a good transfer foil kit, it is so easy and just turns your nail set, makes it look like so much more professional, and I just love using transfer foils now. So I do want to go ahead and unbox this kit and show everything that is included. So we do get the transfer foil gel. I did open up the kit because I was curious and wanted to look at everything, but I did not try this kit yet, and this was sent to me as PR, so I do want to say thank you to Tobeglam for sending this over for me to review. Here are the transfer foil gels, and I'm actually super surprised that you did get 2 of these. Sadly, both of mine were leaking. I do not know why this happened because the caps were on fine, like the brushes, but when I took them both out, they were very messy, very sticky, and I did have to clean this up. I don't know. I mean, I guess that just can happen, you know. But it's all right. I cleaned it up. The bottles were still a little bit sticky just because transfer glue is super sticky. But that is all right for me. I was able to clean it up and it was all right. On the back of the bottle, it does show how to use it and the warnings as such, like that. This is a very nice foil glue, and you do get 2 bottles of 15 ml. So you do get a good amount of product in this kit, and you will be able to continue to use these for a lot of foil designs. So you get those, and then you also get 2 packs of foils, which contains so many beautiful floral butterfly prints, and these also are super long. Like, I was impressed with how many foils actually were included in this kit. I'm not sure the price point for this kit, but I will have it linked in the description box of this video along with my discount code so you guys can save some coins. If you've been wanting to try foils and you haven't tried it yet, I definitely recommend this kit. It is so amazing and such high quality. Like I mentioned in the beginning, when I first tried foils, I had a very difficult time, and I feel like it's because I just looked for something quick and fast on Amazon that was cheap in my price budget, and I was like, add to cart. I tried it and then I didn't end up loving it after I just spent a bunch more money on foils, because you guys know foils have so many cute designs and you're like wanting to use them and you're just thinking you're going to have a good time. But then if you don't have a good foil or a good foil glue, you will have a lot of troubles trying to transfer your image, and that will create frustration, and then you'll want to give up. So I definitely recommend investing in a good foil glue kit, checking out reviews. It doesn't mean you have to spend a lot of money, but you do really want to check reviews when you're trying out foils. Here I tried showing how much foil you get. Honestly, I was super surprised. Again, you get so many different patterns and prints. I love how they were very spring and summer vibes, and also you get a large roll of each foil. And I also like that the foils didn't just come in bags or anything like that. They were in these very nice cases. I normally do not keep my foils in cases. I put them in photo albums like my stickers, but I will definitely keep them in here if I do decide to keep them in here, or I can also just put them into the photo albums and reuse these containers for my rhinestones or my charms, but I just love when brands package their items nicely instead of cheaply throwing it into a bag, which is so inconvenient for most of us, and I just really like that about this kit. I did just want to show all of the foil patterns. You do, again, get a very good variety, something for everyone, and I just know that if you purchase this kit, you will definitely have a foil that you love, or a couple, of course. Like me, I had a hard time deciding which one I actually wanted to use just because of how beautiful all of the foils are. I did check on the price for this kit, and this kit is $22.99, but I think I do have a discount code with Tobeglam that can save you some coins, so make sure you guys do check the description box. I'm now going to go ahead and start with some simple peel-off base coat nail prep. I'm starting off with my cuticle pusher and gently pressing back my cuticles. This really removes all of that dead cuticle from your nail plate and will really help your nails last a lot longer. Very important, but I am actually going to be popping these off, so I do want to go ahead and show my DIY cuticle peel off pop off base method. A lot of questions are about this. I start by pushing back my cuticles just to remove any of that dead cuticle, and then I apply cuticle oil to my nail plate and rub that in. I only rub it in, I do not wipe it away. Once that is rubbed in, I do take a top coat that I do not care about. You really want to make sure of that, because if you mix the top coat with the cuticle oil, it does get a little bit blotchy and you won't want to use that on your finished nail set. So that is the reason why I use a top coat that I do not care about. Once that top coat is applied to all of my nails, I do then cure for 30 to 60 seconds in my nail lamp, and in the end this will allow me to pop off my nails and not damage my natural nails. I really like doing this method because it really helps out a lot since I am a nail content creator. I'm going to be using the Bella Vena press-on glue gel and the mini lamp to glue on my nail tips. I absolutely love doing this method with full cover nail tips or just applying any nail tips this way. It is so convenient and so quick and easy. I really love it. I start by applying that glue gel to the cuticle area of the full cover nail tip. I don't apply too much. There's no like correct amount. You kind of just have to eyeball it and go with the flow. But I apply that to the cuticle area, and then I do press the nail onto my natural nail and press down until the product goes to my natural nail, the start of my natural nail, and then I keep holding that down and cure it in my mini lamp. I do apologize that I wasn't on camera that much or in frame for you to be able to see the whole concept of me starting at the cuticle area with that nail and slowly lowering it for the product to reach my natural nail. I do apologize for that, but I do have many videos on my channel where I do this method. I also have some videos where I show more in-depth nail prep for your nails lasting a long time. Don't forget, if you do want your nails to last a long time, you will not want to apply the DIY peel-off base coat, and if you do a good nail prep, you can definitely get 3 to 4 weeks out of this, like applying your nails this way. It is a really easy and quick way to get a nice set of nails and have them last for a long period of time. After I was finished applying the nails, I did do a full cure in my big lamp for 30 to 60 seconds, and now I'm just going in with a little bit of filing to shape up the nails a little bit. These full cover nail tips are from AliExpress, the 3XL stilettos, and honestly, I don't really like the shape of them too much. I also don't like the length differences. The pinky is always so short, and I really just do not like that. So please don't mind that. It is not my fault. I did not cut these nails or anything like that. They do come like that. But I do really enjoy the length of these nails, and that is one reason why I don't cut the rest of the nails down to match the pinky length, because I feel like that just takes away from the whole purpose of having them be 3XL nails. But besides the point, they are great quality nails and I do really love using them. I'm now going in with my Bella Vena professional nail drill with a cuticle ball bit, and I'm going to be taking this around the cuticle area to clean up any product that may have cured and spilled out from the nail plate. I'm also doing this to kind of blend or seal in my cuticle. This is very, very helpful and makes your nail sets look a lot better and like more professional looking in the end. That way they don't give off a press-on vibe because you can kind of seal and just create a nice looking cuticle versus it look like you just popped on some press-ons. I do want to say that this is my favorite nail drill, and if you have been looking for a nail drill, I definitely recommend this one. Number one, it is the cutest nail drill on the market, and it is just very high quality, super low noise, and I love everything about it. I do have a review for this nail drill up on my channel, so you can check that out. I will also have this nail drill linked in the description box, and you can save 50% off with my discount code BRANDI50. After I went around the cuticle, I'm just taking a buffing block and removing the shine from all of the nails. This is very important. Either you're applying polygel, acrylic, dip powder, gel polish. It just really helps your nails last a lot longer and doesn't make the product pop off from the nail tip. It will really keep the product on. Another good thing to do with buffing or etching is to etch the cuticle area of the nail, and that will also make your nail sets last a whole lot longer. After I was finished filing and buffing, I did wipe away the dust, and then I picked out the two colors of dip powder that I wanted to use for this nail set. I chose 641 and 1339, a beautiful turquoise color and also a glittery sequin pink and like iridescent. These are both so gorgeous, and I thought they went so well together, especially for the foil that I did decide to use. So I'm going to be doing dip powder over the full cover nail tips using the base coat gel method. This is just like the normal dip powder method, but instead of using the essential dip liquids, I am going to be using a gel base coat instead. This is really good for anyone who does not like the odor from the dip liquids. It doesn't have a super strong odor like monomer, but for me it does kind of make my eyes water a little bit and my nose kind of feel sensitive, so I just personally don't like using them too often. I can use them and like nothing will seriously happen to me. It just like acts up my allergies a little bit, but I personally like doing the base coat method better. One thing that you will need to do with this method is cure your nails. So if you do not have a UV LED nail lamp, it is probably best to use the essential dip liquid since you do not need to cure your nails. But if you do have some gel products and a UV LED nail lamp, I definitely recommend trying this method out. It is super easy, especially with full cover nail tips when applying the dip powder. You can get away with using 2 to 3 coats and that's it. You don't have to worry about building up your nail or anything like that. I'm starting off just by applying that layer of base coat to the entire full cover nail tip. I do clean up anything that I get on my skin. I also want to make sure that I apply that base coat to the full cover nail tip, like the complete nail tip. I don't want to have any like places where that base coat did not reach or anything like that. So one tip for that is just make sure you're taking your time and really looking to see that you applied that base coat on the full nail. After I have poured over the powder, I do pour it over a cupcake liner. I found that is the easiest way to do it. You can pour the powder over the cupcake liner and then just pick up the cupcake liner and pour that powder back into the container. And then you can choose to cure your nails individually or do it all at once. I kind of do both at times. I feel like I'm a little bit clumsy, so sometimes I do like to cure one at a time, but you will want to make sure that you do a full 60-second cure. After that, you will just take your dust brush, remove all of that remaining dip powder and dust, and then you will go in with your second coat of dip powder, just repeating that same exact step, applying the base coat to the full nail tip, and then pouring over the powder. One thing I forgot to mention is if you do decide to do the gel base coat method with dip powder, you will not want to dip your nails even if they are short enough to dip in the containers, because if you do dip your nails, it will create wrinkles in the nail. Since the gel needs to be cured, it will move around and it will create wrinkles in your nail, and that just won't look pretty. So just make sure if you are doing the gel method, you are pouring over the product instead of dipping the product. I'm just going to go ahead and continue to let this play out since it is a pretty repeating process, and then I will be back once I do the glitter nails. Now for the glitter nails, not much to explain again here, pretty much the same exact process. I'm just going to be applying the base coat and pouring over the dip powder on the nail and curing and repeating that same thing with my second layer. But I did want to mention that I really loved this dip powder color, but for some reason it was super hard to get that full glitter on the nail. I don't know, it's a little bit hard to explain, but you'll see what I kind of mean. When I was finished with the layers of dip powder off camera, I did apply another layer of base coat, and then I actually picked out some of those little pink glitters and placed them in the wet base coat and then cured, just because for some reason when I was pouring over the product, I just wasn't getting the full effect of that dip powder, and I really wanted to have more pops of pink in the nail set. So I did want to go ahead and try to get out some more of those pink glitters and just place them all over the nail. You can see here when I pour over the powder, I really don't get any of those pink glitters on the nails. Really on my ring finger, there was barely any. So again, I just went over with another layer of base coat once I was finished with this second layer of dip powder here, and I just picked out the little pink glitters and placed them where I wanted them, just to make the nail look a little bit more glittery and full like the dip powder was trying to do. So here are how the nails are looking after each of the nails have 2 layers of the dip powder. Now on my index finger, I did decide I wanted to do an ombre just to add some more glitter. So I'm taking that base coat again and just applying it to the entire nail, but this time I will cure the base coat before pouring and brushing over the glitter dip powder. So I will apply the base coat and cure for 30 to 60 seconds in my nail lamp, and then I'm just going to be taking my little, I don't even really know what to call it. It's kind of like a little sponge. It came in the April Double Dip Deluxe mystery box, and I'm just using this. I absolutely love it for ombres. I think it's very nice to use. I think it's more for a gel ombre, but honestly I like using it with the dip powder as well. But I'm just taking that and patting and fading that up the nail to create a super cute little glitter ombre. I really like this, and again, off camera, I did go in with another layer of base coat and kind of picked out some of those pink glitters to place on the nail. I just want to mention that because you will see here, like, now there's a pop of pink, and yeah, I didn't want you guys to be confused, but now I'm just taking my clear base. This is very important step to do, and you are just going to want to seal in your ombres or any glitter dip powders. That way when you go in with your filing and buffing, you don't have to worry about buffing away your ombre or buffing away all of those glitters. So this is a very important step if you are using glitter dip powders or doing ombres. After I have that, I did cure the nails for 60 seconds in the nail lamp, and then off camera, I actually did file and buff my nails. I do have videos on my channel where I do that on camera, so if you are interested in seeing that, I definitely recommend subscribing to my channel if you haven't already, and just checking out those videos. So here are the nails. They've been filed and buffed, and now it is time for the most awaited part. The most awaited part of this video is the transfer foil time, and sadly, I was so bummed out. You guys are going to see here in a minute, I did not press record when I was doing the actual process of the foils. I was super bummed out about this when I was editing this footage and realized that I actually did not have the footage of me applying the foils. So I was super sad, but the whole process here is applying the foil gel, and I believe it said to cure for 120 seconds on the back of the bottle, but I actually cured for 60 because I like to try curing for 60 and seeing if it works with the product, just because, I don't know, that's just my personal preference. You can follow the back if it's not working for you, but I applied the transfer foil gel to my nail, and then I did cure for 60 seconds. Then I put on the foil and rubbed the foil in and lifted up the foil, and there was the design. I'm super sorry that that footage did get not recorded. It didn't get deleted. I just thought I pressed record and I did not. But anywho, I did want to go ahead and show the process since this video is all about the foil. So I am, again, super sorry for that. It bummed me out so much, but I did want to go ahead and show the process because really I was amazed with how easy this transfer foil and the foils were to use. It was super easy. So I applied the foil glue. I cured for 60 seconds. I'm curing it right now while I'm cutting out the piece of foil that I want to use. And then once that was cured, I did go right in. I didn't let it cool down or anything like that. I just went right in. After that full 60-second cure was up, I took it out of the nail lamp and pressed on the foil. You're going to see that in a minute here. And I just rubbed that foil in. I didn't even rub it for long. This is in real time. I just kind of rubbed it in and rubbed it in, made sure it was all pressed down on the nail. You could also use a silicone tool, but I personally just like using my fingers. It's easier for me. But I just rubbed that in. This is in real time. You can see me just rubbing it in here. And then once I think the image is transferred, I just peeled it off, and look at that clean transfer. I was so obsessed. This was so easy to do, and that's why I was just so bummed that I didn't actually press record and I was doing the whole process and I wasn't recording, just because I really wanted you guys to see how easy this foil kit was to use. I really did not do anything different than from what I told you guys, and it was super, super easy. So that is why I definitely recommend this kit. I'm now just going to top off this nail set with some Bellavina top coat, my absolute favorite top coat. It leaves a very glossy and shiny finish. I'm going to apply this to all of the nails and then cure for 30 to 60 seconds in my nail lamp, and then I'm going to come back and we're going to do some nail piercing. here are the nails after the top coat has been cured. I did decide I wanted to add a little nail piercing of this beautiful pink butterfly on my ring finger. So I'm just taking this like little tool to drill a little hole in the nail. You just kind of twist and turn until you get that hole through the nail, and then you're just going to take your little O-ring and open that up, put it in the hole, hook on your little charm, close that O-ring, and there you go. You got a super cute nail piercing. Now, of course, I do not wear my nails for a long period of time. I do keep them on sometimes a little bit longer than just popping them off right after the video, but I feel like this is something for somebody who is a content creator or doing their nails for fun, or maybe you could even have it be a hook. That way when you're like washing your hands or taking a shower, you could unhook the dangle charm and then like hook it back on once you're done. But I do really think that this is a very cute touch. I know it's not something for everybody, but I really love it. I love how it looks, and it's just especially cute for me because I don't actually keep the nails on, but I feel like it just added a little bit more pink to the nail set like I wanted, and I loved it so much. I'm now just going to go ahead and top this set off with some double dip cuticle oil, apply that to my cuticles and rub that in to nourish them. And I was in love with this nail set. I had a really fun time using the foils. Like I mentioned in the beginning, when I first started using foils, I hated them. I got so frustrated because I just could not use them. And honestly, I feel like it's just because I did not get a kit that I looked for a review on. I kind of just bought something and hoped it was going to be good. But now that I have tried different foil glues, different foils, I absolutely love using foils. It gives your nails a whole different look to them and makes them look so professional and so nice. And honestly, it's just so easy. I really loved this nail set. Comment below a butterfly if you guys are still watching. Also, let me know if you want to try out foils now after you've watched this video, or if you just love foils and need this kit. But I really hope that you guys enjoyed this video. But as always, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you all next time.